Hello, lovely people. Welcome once again to Abinasia's Recipes. Thank you so much for tuning in. In today's video, I share with you how I make this delicious Bofrot, Nigerian Puff, or Buff loaf. Let's get started with the ingredients. I'll introduce my ingredients as we go on with the recipe. So in here, I have 6 cups of all-purpose flour. You can use bread flour for this recipe. It is totally fine. Yes, and I'm sifting my flour, just making sure to get all those lumps in the flour out. And then we'll go ahead and put a fast rising yeast, 1 pack of fast rising yeast, 1.5 cup of sugar, and then we'll add in our teaspoon of salt, and then we'll give everything a mix. I'll make sure to list all the detailed ingredients inside my description. All right, and then we'll give it a mix. Without wasting time, we'll add in a 1/4 cup of powdered milk or milk powder. We'll do a teaspoon of nutmeg and a teaspoon of cinnamon. Yes, you can add any flavor of your choice, and then we'll give it a mix. In this cup here, I have a lukewarm water. You should be able to put your hands in that water. It should not be hot water. It should be warm water. Okay, and then we'll create a well in the middle, and then we'll add the water in the flour gradually. Yes, and I have about 2.5 cups of water in that cup, and I will not be adding all of it. I'll be adding approximately 1.5 to 2 cups of water into the mixture. All right, so if you like your puff or Bofrot very dense, then do not add too much water. But if you like it soft, add enough water to make it soft. All right, so the approximate water that I added to this mixture is 2 cups of water. All right, I'll then go ahead and add in a teaspoon of vanilla extract, and then we'll give it a mix. All right, so what I'm doing is I'm mixing my dough to activate the gluten in the dough. You want to mix it to activate the gluten before we let it sit for about 2 hours to rise. All right, so you can do it just like so. We'll go for aluminum foil, and then we'll cover to let the dough sit for 2 hours. 2 hours is the preferred time to let it sit and rise. Okay, and then we'll cover with a towel, and then we'll put it in the oven or in any warm place to let it rise. Please do not turn your oven on when you put it in the oven. The oven is warm enough to keep your dough. It's been about 2 hours and our dough is risen, and look at how amazing it's looking, guys. Yes, so beating it for the gluten to activate also helps the dough rise pretty well. All right, and then we'll use our wooden spoon to beat it again and deflate the air that's inside the mixture or the dough. And we're ready to fry. I've put oil on to heat up, and then I used a toothpick to check and see if the oil is hot enough. Now look at my fingers, guys. I'll be using my fingers to beat the dough towards the edge of the pan. Yes. So, and then I'll use my fingers to scoop the dough, and then we'll do a throw and catch to ensure that you get a perfect round dough. And then I'll be squeezing it between my index finger and my thumb. There as it is. And you want to go close to the oil, but not too close that you will get burned. That is not what we want. All right, so we do a throw and catch, and then we squeeze between our thumb and our index finger. Yes, and then you repeat that same process until you're able to get all the doughs inside the oil. And like I said, be careful you don't go too close to the oil, and be very careful that you don't splash the oil on yourself, guys. You don't want to overcrowd the pot too much. And we'll use a skewer to turn my donuts or my puff or my Bofrot. Okay, and then sometimes The donuts can be very stubborn when turning them in the oil. Have you subscribed yet? If not, please subscribe, like, and comment. Hit that notification so anytime I upload, you will be notified. And don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Thank you. Making puff puff can be a bit tricky sometimes, and sometimes some of the doughs might split, but it's okay. It's all gonna taste the same. Yes, and then it is ready to be taken out from the oil at this time. And then we'll repeat the same frying process again. We'll do a throw and catch, and then we will squeeze between our index finger and our thumb. And always be careful with the oil. When frying the second batch, it is easy because the oil is very hot, and then it fries better than the first batch. Second batch always fries better than the first batch. Okay, and you want to try and be as quick as possible. If not, some of the Bofrot will be done cooking or will brown faster than the other. So you want to do this as fast as possible. And it tastes very delicious. It is a very delicious breakfast to have with your cocoa, your asana, your sobolo, or hibiscus tea. It's a breakfast snack in Ghana, a very delicious street snack that everyone loves. I'll begin turning it with my skewer, and then we'll change into our spoon. And like I said, the second batch actually cooperate better than the first batch. I don't know why. Maybe the oil might be too hot. Yes, it's normally because the oil is hotter than the first batch. The recipe for Hausa cocoa is on my channel, guys. So I will try and put a link to the Hausa cocoa so you guys can know how to make it and pair your puff puff or Bofrot with. And you want to make sure that your Hausa cocoa is ready for this delicious Bofrot, guys. An amazing recipe to have or to know how to make. Very, very delicious. The dough can be very stubborn when trying to turn them, so be very patient. Now it is to a perfect golden brown, so I'll then begin to take them out, and we are done frying. Yes, we fried all of the buffaloes, and now I would like to open one to show you guys how the inside looks. And look at that delicious buffalo. It is still hot. Always make sure it cools down before you enjoy. It is still hot, but I will open it for you guys to see. And now look at the inside of the dough. Perfectly made, perfectly fried, and delicious, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching until this time. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification so anytime I upload, you will be notified. Thank you. God bless you. And please stay safe. Bye, guys.